My name's Iris Ingram. I'm a representative of the Department of Education and Training in Western Australia, and the work that I do is District Director of Education. The Department of Education and Training is government schooling in Western Australia, and we provide compulsory education for all students and pre-compulsory education as well, for all students from age 4 through to 17. We have a very young, booming economy, a very significantly low unemployment rate. I think it's about 3% at the moment, and we have certain schools, especially in the rural areas that my colleagues will talk about, that we're in desperate shortage of teachers. Our offer is open to all teachers, so we're actually looking at primary teachers and secondary teachers. However, our main shortage area is in the secondary area, which my colleagues will talk a little more about, specifically in the areas of maths, science, English, design and technology, which may be known as manual arts, home economics, and any other areas of particular speciality.
My name's Ian Dennis. I work for the Department of Education and Training in Western Australia. My role with the department is as a staffing consultant. In particular, I staff secondary schools, and I actually staff just particular learning areas within secondary teaching. The greatest need is in country areas. By far we have more vacancies in country areas than we do in the city. A large proportion of our teaching population are based in the city, and they're not able to or prepared to move outside of the city, so we find that the specialty areas such as design and technology and home economics do tend to suffer more in country areas. Teaching is a profession, and teaching in a school in a rural area is an important role in itself, and but working in rural areas means more than that. You become involved in the local community. Obviously in Australia, sport is a very big aspect of our life, so if you're interested in playing sport, then you'll be involved very quickly, and if you're not interested in playing sport, you'll still be involved. It doesn't make much difference, but it enables you to become part of the community. The starting salary for a teacher in Western Australia is about $43,400. I don't know what that is when you convert it back to UK pounds, but from talking to people, it's fairly comparable at that entry level. In putting it in perspective to other graduates from other areas, it's actually quite a high starting salary. The pay structure is such in Western Australia that for every full year of continuous service that you do with the department, you then get a salary increment as well. That goes on for the first 8 years that you're teaching. There are then a couple of other steps. When people get to senior teacher level, they can then have the opportunity to take on a few more responsibilities, I guess, within the school, and be rewarded for that financially as well. And then we have a promotional scale that people can then promote through as well, and that can be as a head of department, or maybe as a deputy principal or a principal, and that kind of starts in the high 70s and then may take you right through to maybe $110,000 for a principal of a big secondary school. So, I mean, and that's just within teaching, but the Department of Education and Training is the largest employer of teachers by far in Western Australia, and one of the biggest employers west of Melbourne. So there's certainly a fairly good career structure there. And in the Department of Education, we do offer long service leave for people that do stay long term. The first 10 years of service, you then earn 13 weeks of paid leave. Every 7 years after that is another 13 weeks of paid leave. So, I mean, condition-wise, there's certainly some advantages there as well.
My name is Brett Gaines. I'm a staffing consultant for the Department of Education and Training in Western Australia. The department has a website which is available on the Thinking Australia website. I would highly recommend that teachers actually go onto that website, and there's a section there that says for teachers, for parents and for administrators, etc. I click on the for teachers and for parents site, and there's a lot of links there that they can actually investigate and do some research into WA's system of education. Particularly if you're looking at particular schools, there is a site there where you can click on the school and it'll give you full information, pictures of the school, number of teachers, number of students, etc., and facilities in that school.